you were taught that Zeus was the wise king of the gods, the just father on the mountain, throwing lightning at anyone who broke the rules. It is one of the most successful pieces of public relations in human history, because the Zeus the Greeks actually wrote down was not a wise father at all. He was the most powerful being in existence who did whatever he wanted, precisely because no one alive could stop him. This is the honest version of Zeus. To understand him, you have to start with how he was born, because his whole life is a reaction to it. His father was Cronus, the Titan who ruled the cosmos, and Cronus had heard a prophecy that one of his own children would overthrow him. So he chose the simplest solution imaginable. As each child was born, he swallowed it whole. Zeus's brothers and sisters, the future gods of Olympus, spent their first existence alive inside their father's stomach. When Zeus was born, his mother Rhea could not bear to lose another child. So she wrapped a stone in swaddling cloth and handed that to Cronus instead. He swallowed the rock without looking, and the baby, who would become king of the gods, was hidden away in a cave to grow up in secret, already learning the first lesson of his family, that power is something you take by force and hold by fear. When Zeus was grown, he came back. According to Hesiod, our oldest source, he forced Cronus to vomit up the children he had swallowed, and out came Zeus's brothers and sisters, fully grown, ready for war. Then came the Titanomachy, 10 years of the young gods against the Titans, a war that cracked the earth and set the sky on fire. Zeus freed the monstrous Cyclopes and the 100-handed giants from their prison, and in gratitude, they forged him the thunderbolt. With it, he won. He chained the Titans beneath the world in the pit of Tartarus, and he took the throne of the universe. And here is where the story turns, because this is the moment Zeus should have become the wise king of the legend. Instead, he became the exact thing he had just overthrown. He had defeated his father because his father was terrified of being replaced by his child. And the very first thing Zeus did as king was to become terrified of exactly the same thing. His first wife was Metis, a goddess of wisdom, and Zeus received a prophecy that felt uncomfortably familiar. Metis would bear a child who could one day surpass him. So Zeus did not wait, and he did not chain her. He tricked her into becoming small, and he swallowed her whole, exactly the way his father had swallowed him. He ate his own pregnant wife to keep her child from threatening his power. That child was Athena, who was later born, fully armored, straight out of Zeus's own head. The wise king of Olympus began his reign by consuming a goddess alive. He did not break the cycle of his family. He simply won it. Now we come to the part the myths are most famous for, and the part the retellings work hardest to soften. Zeus's affairs. You have probably heard them told as romances or as charming stories of a god in disguise. The honest version is much darker. Zeus was the most powerful being in the universe, and he used that power again and again on mortal women who had no way to refuse him. He came to Leda as a swan. He came to Europa as a bull and carried her across the sea. He came to Danae, locked in a bronze room by her father, as a shower of golden light that poured through the ceiling. He came to Alcmaeon, wearing the exact face of her own husband, so that she would not know it was not him. These are not love stories. They are stories about a being with absolute power, taking whatever he wanted from people who could not say no, and the Greeks told them plainly, without pretending otherwise. And when these affairs produced consequences, it was almost never Zeus who paid for them. It was the women and their children. His wife Hera, the queen of the gods, could not touch Zeus himself, So she spent eternity punishing the mortals he had pursued and the children they bore. Io was turned into a cow and driven across the world by a stinging fly. Heracles, Zeus's own son, was driven into a madness that made him kill his own family. Zeus watched all of it happen and, in most versions, did nothing because protecting them would have meant a fight with Hera, and it was easier to let the mortals suffer, because that is the real pattern of Zeus. Not cruelty for its own sake, but a bottomless willingness to let others pay the price for his choices. When the Titan Prometheus took pity on freezing, starving humanity and stole fire to give it to them, Zeus's response was not mercy. He had Prometheus chained to a mountain, and every single day an eagle came and tore out his liver, which grew back every night so the torture could begin again the next morning, forever. Prometheus's only crime was helping human beings survive. Zeus punished him for eternity for the sin of kindness, and humanity itself did not fare much better. When Zeus decided that mortals had grown wicked in the story of Lycaon, he did not correct them or guide them. He sent a flood to drown the entire human race, wiping out nearly everyone on Earth, and started over. The god we remember as the protector of humankind is, in his own oldest myths, the god who once tried to erase it completely. There is a bitter irony under all of this. Zeus was, officially, the god of justice. He was the guardian of oaths, the one who punished liars and oath breakers. He was the god of Xenia, the sacred law of hospitality, the rule that you must protect a guest and never betray a host. He was supposed to be the divine enforcer of the very rules he broke more often than anyone. He lied, he betrayed, he broke his word, and he did it from the highest throne in existence, while demanding that mortals below him keep the promises he would not. The Greeks were not blind to this. They built it into the character. Their king of the gods was a hypocrite with a thunderbolt, and they worshipped him anyway, because what else do you do with a god like that? And that is the key to understanding why Zeus was worshipped at all. It was not love. You did not build the greatest temples in the ancient world to Zeus because he was kind. You built them because he was the sky itself, the storm, the lightning that could kill you in an instant, the power that no prayer could truly command and no wall could keep out. You honored Zeus the way you respect a force of nature, with awe and a great deal of fear. He was not a father watching over you. He was the most dangerous thing in the universe, and the smartest thing a mortal could do was stay on his good side. So when you see him in the modern versions, the calm, bearded king dispensing wisdom, remember that this is the mask, not the god. God of war made him the final enemy, a paranoid tyrant terrified of his own son. And that is closer to Hesiod than Disney ever got, because the real Zeus was a child who watched his father devour his siblings, overthrew him, and then spent eternity doing whatever it took to make sure no one could ever do the same to him. He kept his throne. He kept his power. He kept absolutely nothing else, not his word, not his vows, not his mercy. So here is the honest question. A god who overthrew a tyrant and then became one. Who punished humans for the crimes he committed every day? Was Zeus the king of the gods, or was he simply the one who won and got to write the story afterward? Tell me what you think below. The full truth about the Greek gods is on this channel, one honest myth at a time.